Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the recording for skills at the rate 100 where for 100 days we are bringing for you 100 different speakers from all over the country. The speaker is Rhidhi Jain, who is an expert AI faculty, and we have learned about blockchain basics and use of few AI tools. So now, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 46th session of Skills at the Rate 100, where for 100 days we are trying to bring for you 100 different speakers from all over the country. Today, a very special topic which is highly underrated. We all have heard the word blockchain, but we have our own concepts, and as far as I have seen, nobody has so much knowledge that you can work about it or you want to know the things deeper. So we have a very special speaker today, CA Rhidhi Jain. She is a fellow chartered accountant, company secretary, EMBA in financial management with an all India rank 4 in cyber law and expertise in forensic accounting and digital forensics. She is a fintech chartered accountant and ICI faculty and speaker, also a co-opted member of ICAI's AI committee. Her hallmark is turning complex emerging topics into simple, practical, and result driven insights. So, Rhidhi, thank you so much for accepting our invitation. This is one topic I was personally waiting for. The day I checked your profile, we came to know from various sources that this is good, this is good. Some other members are referring. So that day I saw and I requested you that you have to take a session. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Over to you, Rhidhi. Voice is not audible yet. You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. So a very good evening, everyone. It's good to see you all join at this point of time on your Sunday. So yes, it's a unique topic overall. So today what we are going to discuss, so I'll tell you what your expectations can be from me. One, that I'm going to explain you what is blockchain. So exactly blockchain क्या होता है से लेके what are cryptocurrencies are the things that I'm going to explain in the first place. Second thing is we'll do is creation of dashboards using AI because ये पूरा audit का season चला है. So one of the topics will be creation of dashboards using AI so that you can immediately use after this particular session. And blockchain per se has been a topic that has been talked of a lot. So not taking much of time, first I'll tell you what exactly is blockchain. I want it to be very interactive at the first place. I'll not open any kind of PPT at the first place. So यहाँ पे जितने भी लोग हैं, I think we have some 32 people here. From your end, what do you know about blockchain? What do you think blockchain is? Or it has been a very mysterious concept all around. So out of everyone, if somebody wants to type or somebody wants to say, I'm open to your answers. What exactly is blockchain? ये होता क्या है? Any idea? Okay, it is encrypted. Anybody else? Yeah, true, it is encrypted. Yes, anybody can unmute. Cannot write over. Okay, you cannot write over, so you can come to the voice note, or you can. Acha, not known sender and receiver is something that you know कि sender और receiver यहाँ पे एक दूसरे को जानते नहीं हैं. Okay. Anything else?
ब्लॉकचेन एक ऐसी सिस्टम है जहाँ पे रेगुलेटर है, उसका रोल खत्म हो गया है. फॉर एग्जांपल अभी बैंक सारा ट्रांजैक्शन मैनेज कर रही है तो रेगुलेटर बैंक है, आरबीआई है, बट ब्लॉकचेन में सबके पास रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं तो रेगुलेटर का एक रोल है वो खत्म हो जा रहा है.
ओके, सो चिराग सेज कि रेगुलेटर का एक रोल सर आप बोल रहे हैं कि इसमें खत्म हो रहा है. यस, यू आर ऑल्सो करेक्ट. डिजिटल रिकॉर्ड्स दैट आर सिक्योर रिकॉर्ड्स. यस, एग्जैक्टली. और किसी को कुछ भी बोलना है तो आई एम ओपन टू हियर इट. फर्स्ट आई हियर न्यू ब्लॉक्स हैव एंट्री ऑफ प्रीवियस ब्लॉक. ग्रेट इनफ. ये थोड़ा इन डेप्थ डिटेल वाला पार्ट है कि हाँ, नए ब्लॉक को पुराने ब्लॉक की एक रफ टफ आइडिया होता है कि पुराना ब्लॉक कहाँ से आ रहा है. डिजिटल रिकॉर्ड्स दैट आर सिक्योर रिकॉर्ड्स. So what makes blockchain a bit typical thing? If I'll explain you first, let me explain you without any kind of PPT so that it stays with your mind for a very good amount of time. Now, there are suppose 32 participants. JP Banerjee sir says it's a shared database, transactions are recorded in blocks. Okay, so this is, agar main composite karke bolu ki whatever people have written in the right end, it's a composite of everybody's knowledge what is blockchain. अगर मैं सारे chats को मिला दूं तो कुछ उससे blockchain बनता है. So a chain of people are involved in chain of transactions. That is also correct. There are chain of people and in chain of transactions. So what exactly is blockchain? If I see now that there are 32 participants. Out of these 32 participants, the last person who commented is Amit Sharma. Okay. So what happens is, if me and Amit Sharma, both of us are having a transaction, and this particular transaction is suppose of 1 lakh rupees. Next, somebody has written, it's a decentralized accounting. Yes. So listen to this example very carefully, then only I'll move to any kind of PPT. Suppose me and Amit Sharma, we are having a transaction and it is of 1 lakh rupees. And it is actually done in front of 33 participants. So what happens is, when this transaction is happening, the time currently is 8:09 हुआ है अभी और ये transaction हो रहा है. So this particular transaction will be first time stamped. It is done in presence of 34 people now. So there are 34 people जो इस transaction को अभी क्या करेंगे, अपनी अपनी books में record करने वाले हैं. So everybody is going to record it. And everybody recording a transaction is considered as a block. So there will be how many blocks? 34 blocks. 2 people doing the transaction and it is entered in 34 books around. अगर ये सारे लोगों के साथ सारे लोगों ने अपनी बुक पे लिख दिया है, that means, is there any centralized form of recording? No. It is a decentralized form of recording. Transaction 2 लोगों के बीच में हुआ है और पूरे 34 बुक्स में उसका नोटिंग हुआ है and it is time stamped. And it is encrypted. Encrypted as in वो एक particular codes में लिखा जाता है. Since it is encrypted और सारा कुछ एक block में हो रहा है, जैसे ये transaction हुआ तो सबने एक block बनाए. So there are how many blocks? 34 blocks. Currently there are 36 persons. तो 36 लोगों ने अगर उस transaction को record किया in decentralized manner. Normally क्या होता है, सिर्फ एक person उस चीज को record करता है. Here there are, it is time stamped, it is written in 36 digital records. Once it is written in 36 digital records, that means it is shared database. और हर एक particular transaction के अगर 36 blocks बन गए हैं, that means they are now connected to each other. Which means what? It cannot be written over. इसके ऊपर अब वापस से कोई कुछ नहीं लिख सकता because that is time stamped. It is encrypted. It is connected via a chain. And यहाँ पे आपने सुना होगा कि जब भी अगर क्रिप्टो करेंसीज की बात की जाए तो क्रिप्टो करेंसी is a subset of blockchain. So what happens is, when any transaction takes place, so there are multiple people acting as gawah. Gawah is somebody who's actually vouching on the transaction. So there were 36 people who vouched on a transaction. It made it immutable. That means if we write via a pen and paper, तो उसको आप टाइम स्टैम्प से चेंज कर सकते हो. We do the backdate entries and there are so many other things that is done. It can be tampered, it can be altered. Now here nothing can be altered. Second, वहां पे जो सबसे फास्टेस्ट इस ब्लॉक को क्रिएट करेगा और उसको वाउच करके हाँ बोलेगा कि दिस ट्रांजैक्शन इज बीइंग डन. If the transaction is recorded, it is recorded in decentralized 36 ledgers. So in my example, it is recorded in 36 ledgers. That means it is immutable. आप उसको वापस से change नहीं कर सकते. It is in decentralized manner. If it is changed at one place, there are other 36 records that are present. It's a shared database. That means it is present for everybody to read. And इसमें जिसने सबसे पहले उस ब्लॉक को कंपाइल किया, that person is the winner. इसलिए यहाँ पे आपने सुना होगा when it comes to the cryptocurrency part, तो वहां पे बोला जाता है कि बहुत सारे लोगों को रिवॉर्ड्स मिलते हैं. एंड ये जो रिवॉर्ड्स होते हैं जिसने सबसे पहले ये सारे ट्रांजैक्शन को कंपाइल किया आउट ऑफ 36 पीपल, दिस पर्टिकुलर रिवॉर्ड गोज टू दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्सन. इसको बोला जाता है माइनिंग. यू माइट हैव हर्ड द वर्ड माइनिंग. व्हाट दिस वर्ड इज माइनिंग? जिसने सबसे पहले फास्टेस्ट फिंगर फर्स्ट में ये सारे रिकॉर्ड्स को एक जगह पे कंपाइल कर लिया, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज माइनिंग. In crypto, it is called as crypto mining. That is also true. So it is recorded in decentralized manner. It was vouched by all 34 people. It is immutable and everything was created in a block. And since every transaction is created in a block, तो सारे लोगों ने जब उसके लिए वाउच कर दिया, दैट मीन्स दैट इज एनक्रिप्टेड 100%. एंड इट इज शेयर्ड बिटवीन 36 पीपल, 34 पीपल, या जितने लोग उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे प्रेजेंट थे, जितने लोगों ने उस ट्रांजैक्शन को फास्टली वाउच किया, उतने ब्लॉक्स बन गए और उतने ब्लॉक्स में वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया. सो इट्स अ शेयर्ड डेटाबेस. इट्स बेस्ड ऑन डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड लेडजर टेक्नोलॉजी. विच मीन्स व्हाट? अगर कोई एक ट्रांजैक्शन हो रहा है, so there is no centralized person that is responsible for the same. जिसने स्टार्टिंग की थी, तो आई थिंक चिराग सर सेड देयर इज नो सेंट्रलाइज, जैसे आरबीआई जैसा कोई पर्सन नहीं है यहाँ पे. विच मीन्स व्हाट? इट इज decentralized. It is located in multiple registers. So two people, me and Amit sir, we just had a transaction. It was recorded in everybody's ledger, everybody's record. And then at the same time, it was encrypted and nobody can change it. It was also timestamped. So timestamped होने के कारण अब इसमें कोई changes नहीं हो पाएंगे. एंड क्योंकि अब इसमें कोई चेंजेस नहीं हो पाएंगे, तो वहां पे ब्लॉक्स बन रहे हैं और हर ब्लॉक का कनेक्शन पिछले ब्लॉक से होता है और पिछले ब्लॉक से वो वेरीफाइबल डिजिट्स लेता है और वो अपना नया ब्लॉक क्रिएट करता है, और ऐसे करके ये पूरी ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी चलती है. नाउ आई शेयर माय स्क्रीन. मीनवाइल इफ यू हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ डाउट्स, since we are 34 people out here, किसी को कोई डाउट है till now at this point of time in this particular concept, so you can just ping me around or you can open your voice window and you can talk to me. Am I clear when I say कि what is blockchain technology यहाँ पे? Yes, somebody unmuted.
Yeah, anyone who wants to any doubts, or you can write in the chats, or you can also unmute yourself.
Anybody wants to ask me anything? Okay, there is one thing that has came up in the chats. Can intermediary change the block? No, nobody can change the block. एक बार वो transaction जो हो गया है, that is immutable and that cannot be changed. Now see, I picked this up from web only, how blockchain works. So a transaction was requested, block representing a transaction is created. जैसे दो लोगों के बीच में transaction हुआ, तो immediately एक block बन गया उस transaction का. This block is sent to every node in the network. Like 36 people को ये पूरे blocks बनाने हैं. अब 36 लोगों के पास, ये सारे लोगों के पास चला गया. Everybody has validated the node. ये जो अपने राइट मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, व्हाट इज दैट? दीज आर द राइट मार्क्स, दैट इज नोड वैलिडेशन. अगर यहाँ पे एक जगह पे कैंसिल हो जाता है, मान लीजिए somebody says a no to the transaction, that at that point of time that transaction will not happen, which means what? ये जो पर्टिकुलर पूरे ट्रांजैक्शंस हो रहे हैं are created in block, are distributed to all the nodes of the network, and when everybody says a yes, when everybody vouches for the transaction, then this particular block is created. And this block is created, तो इसका पूरा एक chain और एक trail बन जाता है, and that is how the transaction goes 100% complete. Am I clear by now? Are you clear by now? What exactly is this technology, या किस technology पे ये work कर रहा है? Is my screen visible? Am I visible? Is there any kind of doubt? Okay, there is. Okay, when decentralized data whether the data is secure. Okay, so एक transaction जिसकी multiple copies है, like एक notes जो multiple students अपने अपने accounts में जिसको लिख रहे हैं, is definitely much more securer when it comes to the centralized form of technology. Anybody was saying anything? Actually, unmute किया था किसी ने?
Ma'am, I have a query.
Manish ji.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
if any one person not approved out of 34, whether transaction completes or not, anyone out of 34, let's say you write a code and any one person has not approved that out of 34. In that case,
Is your question, मुझे ना आवाज थोड़ी सी कम आई, is your question the similar question where you are saying कि अगर किसी एक person ने transaction disapprove कर दिया तो क्या होगा?
या approve नहीं करता मैम, approve नहीं करता. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Remember, if any one person not approve the transaction or not, in that scenario, whether code will be written or not.
The transaction will not happen. If one person disapproves the transaction will not happen.
Then there is a possibility of rejection is very high because if 34% is doing that and one person is not approving or 2% is not approving, the chance of transaction may not happen is high in that case.
You know, you're not completely audible to me. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Not issue with you. It is with Manish ji. Manish ji, your network. I think you are using mobile or something or traveling. Your voice is not completely audible. Either you write in the chats or please improve your network.
Not an issue, not an issue. I thought maybe the fan has an issue, or maybe because of that, it's not audible. If somebody is able to hear that particular doubt, or you can repeat, sir, please.
Yeah, ma'am, my voice is now audible. Hello?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. No, my request is that out of 34%, 1 or 2% is not approving. The chance of transaction is completion is maybe less because 1 or 2% may not approve the transaction. 34% are doing that transaction. So chances that transaction may complete may be completed or not be completed in that scenario.
Okay, so every particular person who is available in that particular network, it has to be a unanimous resolution once the transaction is going on. So when I say it has to be a unanimous resolution once the transaction is going on, which means if it is not unanimous, the transaction will not be approved.
Okay.
Okay, am I clear when I say this? The transaction will not be approved. And any other kind of doubt, if anybody has to write anything or has to ask anything, can ask. Yeah.
Hi, ma'am. Can I?
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have basic fundamental doubts.
Yeah.
This now, if whoever wants to do this blockchain technology, do they need to have any common software kind of that, or where they will maintain this kind of data? That is one doubt actually. Maybe
Okay.
I'll go with major blockchain technology. I know the mostly about cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin. When
Correct.
millions of people are there, so those guys, do they require to maintain in separate software that all the what to call transactions or wherever this buying and selling is happening? And as just now earlier you said no that if there is some people disapprove
Yeah.
the transaction, maybe a particular point of time whoever in online they need to approve, or whoever holding that coins or whoever holding that software they need to approve. I'm sorry if I ask any 11 questions.
No, that is okay. That is okay. You know, once you come up with different kind of question, that is the time when you will understand this particular topic. I have always understood it this way कि इसको बहुत typical बनाया गया है. मतलब it is taken very typically. Even when I enter the session, so I know it this way that it is taken in a very typical manner. Out of 34, 1 or 2 not approving the transaction is not happening. Some intentionally not approving, then it will never happen. The answer is nahi, कि वो कभी भी नहीं होगा. And now coming on to your doubt, what you have said, Venugopal sir. So in your case, suppose for instance you are asking me कि ये जो सारे transactions record हो रहे हैं, वो कहाँ पे हो रहे हैं? Is there any software required for the same? So when it comes to, suppose I'm talking about blockchain का एक subset है, cryptocurrencies, right? So every miner uses different cards. वो cards अपने यहाँ पे install करते हैं. Now there are multiple GPUs that are installed.
Sorry, I don't know Hindi, ma'am.
Okay, so there are multiple GPUs that are installed at a miner's place. And because of that particular computing capacity, they are able to verify the transaction. So that means the digital ledger that they are able to actually create is because of the GPUs that they have. Am I audible? Okay.
Yeah.
My volume got a bit low. Yeah. So am I audible? So there will be a host operating system, and that host operating system and every node will also have an operating system. Suppose centralized, there is a transaction going on, then I am the central node, whereas every other node of the decentralized network where the transaction is happening, they will also have different kinds of node and different kind of operating system with them. And in that systems, the transaction will basically take place. And only when the transaction takes place in all the system, then only it is vouched for. So there is nothing like there will be a software rather than I would say there is a hyperledger that is created, and in this hyperledger all the transactions are recorded. And when these transactions are recorded in every hyperledger, it is approved. So there is nothing like a different software in which it is recorded. Like when it comes to Bitcoin, it is decentralizedly recorded in all the mining machines that are currently running. Now it depends if we are using it over, suppose per se banking. In a particular bank, if blockchain technology is supposed, for instance, applied, then what will happen? So simply if in banking technology, if it is applied, we give different systems, different kind of hyper ledgers over which the technology will be run and all the transactions will be vouched for. And once they are vouched for, once they are encrypted, a unanimous resolution, immutable transaction is created, you will be good to go. Am I clear, sir?
Yeah, ma'am. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Right. So it will depend on, there will be different nodes that will be present for a particular transaction.
So in this example, ma'am, just now you said no, one particular
Yeah.
bank, if they install this bank blockchain technology, assume
Yes.
one bank, they might put that GPUs or machines or whatever it may be. Say example in India, if they put, maybe they put across 4 locations, and if
Yes.
any transactions happen in one location, all these other 3 locations has to get watched and clear it. Then
Yes.
only this transaction will complete.
Yes.
Correct? It's not that maybe even though they have GPU machines across only 4 locations, but the transaction may happen throughout the India. But these
Okay.
4 locations has to approve these transactions.
Yes, yes, yes. And every time the 4 locations, when they approve the transactions, then only the transaction is going to take place. At the same time, they will keep a digital ledger of everything.
Agree.
Now,
Thank you, ma'am.
it's up to that particular chain of network. Now, every time a transaction is happening per minute, there are multiple mining happening. There are so many transactions. Now, I'll say one more sentence. Earlier, what happened when the technology came up? Now, this blockchain technology is there since ages. It came into picture only in 2010. After this Bitcoin, 2009-10, it was the traction was created. In 9, Bitcoin was launched, and from 10 onwards, the traction was created. Now, I'll give you a different example wherein you can understand it more precisely. Now, there was something called Bitcoin that came into picture that was based out of blockchain technology. Now, there is a guy who has created this particular cryptocurrency. And why exactly? Is there any kind of doubt that is present in the uh, chat window? If yes, somebody might just help me and I'll answer the same. Okay. Meanwhile, I was taking this particular example. Suppose there is one particular currency called Bitcoin. Now, there was a creator of this currency who is absconding and is missing. This guy was known as Satoshi Nakamoto. And why this currency came into picture? Currently, this currency is traded in like $1 lakh. Now, something that was traded in 25 cents in 2009 or $1 in 2009 has got this traction of like completely coming to $1 lakh. I've seen it in $19,000. I've seen it in $50. And today that is coming a long way to $1 lakh. Now, there are a lot of CAs that I meet in Twitter and in different forums who say that there is no backing regarding this thing. The answer is yes. At the same time, the answer is no. Why did this guy came up with the idea of coming up with Bitcoin? Now, there was demonetization in India, right? is there any absolute backing that we know from the government that this much currency came back to the government? The answer is no. Very remotely, in some particular session, somebody said 99% currency came up. It was given in the newspaper. At no point of time we have heard the ministry coming up with the actual dialogue box of how much currency came up back in the demonetization. After the demonetization was completed, what was the amount of currency that came back? Why did demonetization happen at the first place? Can somebody tell me why did demonetization happen at the first place? Can somebody just write or say their own views? I'm open to it. Why did demonetization happen at the first place?
Ma'am, it was a secret mission of the government.
Okay, why exactly such kind of secret mission from the government?
To bring back, if any old currencies, 500,000 rupees notes are there, no? Many transactions happening. Most of the transactions to bring back to the RBI, to bring back to the bank records, whatever currency is circulating.
So yeah, that is also true. You are also right. The one answer that came in the chat window is to curb the parallel economy that was existing, to remove very high value notes and black marketing system. To be pretty honest, there were multiple currencies. Like if the currency launched as like 100%, 150% currency was there in the market. That included black money. That included forged money. That included the money that was being printed. That comes into the picture that is called as illegitimate money, or you can say जिसको हम बोलते हैं कि non-legitimate notes, which are printed in different printing houses, which are not the real notes. They were also in the picture. So for a lot of things, high value currency is also true. Crubbing the black money was also true. At the same time, the number of currencies RBI was releasing and the number of currency that was in circulation was much higher than the number of currency that was released. So this guy, Satoshi Nakamoto, back in 2009-10, he came up with the idea that I will come up with Bitcoin to regulate Hawala transactions. Yes, that is also true. So he came up with this idea that there should be one currency for everyone across the world. He came up with the idea of Bitcoin. And then he said there will be only 21 million Bitcoins. And it will not be released at one point of time. It will be released in fractional basis. Fractional basis as in every time a transaction is happening, every time mining is happening, every time some portion of the Bitcoin is released. At one time, 21 million Bitcoins were not launched. Still, Abhi, there is a word called halving that is going on. There is Bitcoin halving that is going on. And eventually this currency will be released. That is 21 million, which means that the currency is limited in supply. Whereas if you know the economics, if I talk about the economics part, the currency in circulation, if we ask with different governments across the world, not only Indian government, but other governments also, if we ask, what is the amount of currency that you have launched and is in circulation, and what is the actual and the factual position in the market, they are discrepant. If they are discrepant, now that opens the midline of black money, that opens the midline of multiple other things. Be it Hawala, there are multiple things that have come up because the number of money in circulation is not known. If I ask you, what in your pocket, what is the currency number? Will you be able to tell me what is the number of your particular currency? Only by looking at the same, right? So what happens? Now I'll take the subset example in blockchain technology. Suppose me and Malapati Venugopala, I just send him a Bitcoin. Now he'll be very, very happy. Okay, she's sending me a Bitcoin. Suppose I am sending. So I am sending him over a blockchain technology network. That means it will be timestamped. He'll be aware when did I transfer. I'll transfer to his wallet address. It will be verified by different miners. Once it is verified, then only the transaction would take place. That means there will be a counting of that particular Bitcoin, that which particular, at this point of time, which particular currency was released. If he transfers it to Prakash and Prakash transfers it to Manish, that means we'll be able to tag and trace the transaction. Now, is this possible in the current economy system that we are currently facing? Is this actually happening in the current scenario? क्या ये possibility अभी की डेट में हो पा रही है? Is it possible to tag and trace the transactions in the current economy? The answer is no. We cannot tag and trace. We cannot actually come forward with the idea of which currency note has exchanged your hands and it has again reached back to me. Are you aware the currency note that you're carrying today was 10 years back carried by your father also? Have you any idea about the same, that the similar note with the similar digits and is the same note that was carried by your father or your great grandfather is basically being carried
Not
by you?
not possible. Not possible.
Not possible. Not possible exactly, but it is not possible to figure out. So this technology is a very transparent form of technology. Now, there are a lot of governments who are against this particular currency. If not, there are two statements that I'll say. The world is accepting Bitcoin technology. The answer is no. Blockchain is a highly accepted technology. The answer is yes. Blockchain is a highly accepted technology. Why? Because even the Andhra Pradesh government, they have accepted all the digital records of the COVID-19. All the digital documents of the COVID-19 patients have been approved, and all the things related to COVID-19 are in blockchain format with the government, and they have approved it and they have kept it as a record, which means the records are kept under this particular technology. There are times somebody wrote a no. I don't know for which the answer was no. So the point is, maybe he has written for that Bitcoin is widely accepted. The answer is no. This technology is widely accepted. The answer is yes. This technology is highly accepted by the governments across the world. And why it is accepted is all your medical records, all your traveling records, all your digital records can be kept in this way, and it can be kept immutably. That means it cannot be reversed, it cannot be changed. Why it is disliked? Can somebody answer, if this is this good technology, why it is disliked? Reason that people are disliking it. Any answer to the fact that why is it being disliked?
People may think it is complex.
It's complex, okay.
And costly also.
It's costly, okay.
ये misuse of information.
Misuse of information, yes.
No
Therefore,
regulation.
it's also right. A high level of electricity is needed while computing. When the computation is done across the computers, in different computers, when the mining is done, it is said to be a non-green technology per se. It is not an energy saving technology. It is said to be a technology that uses lots of electricity. You might have heard it at some point of time that because of mining, the electricity bill is even higher than the commercial bills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is what happens. Okay, it's not editable. So Divyansh was saying it's not editable, and that is the biggest drawback. Exactly what will be done? I mean, there are so many kind of transactions that are happening, which should actually not happen when I say to the part of black money, under table, over table. If only this technology will be there, I think a lot of transactions will be 100% eradicated. Since it is in transparent form, definitely. No controls, no regulations. Yes, it's a decentralized form. And I think none of the governments across the world would easily want to come to a digital money like this, wherein if 100% money is kept in this format, in this particular kind of scenario, it becomes a highly transparent government, which is not lied. Thank you so much, RS Prabhu sir. And yes, I'll do share my other details too. So this technology is widely accepted. And there is one particular thing that we are coming with. Indian government is coming with a particular technology. With this blockchain technology, they are coming up with the digital rupee. So when digital rupee will change hands, one is CBDC. In India, this will be called as CBDC. In US, it is called as USDC, and that is already launched. USDC has already been there in the picture, and in India also this is going to be launched. Now, why is cryptocurrency is not highly respected, and it's said that the background is flawed and things are not right here? It's a speculation kind of market. Any idea to the same? Since it's decentralized, suppose I take a share today. So where are shares listed currently? Where are shares listed? I think I have answers here in the chat window. More misuse. Stock exchange, yes. There is BSE and NSE where the stocks are registered. So when any kind of cryptocurrency is launched, where it gets registered? It gets registered in exchanges. What are these exchanges like? So these exchanges, the way we use Zerodha, there are different kind of exchanges across the world where if a currency is launched, economic impacts, definitely there are a lot of economic impacts that are happening because of the same. So there are multiple kind of currencies with backing, without backing, with a very solid foundation, without a very solid foundation. There are multiple currencies that are launched that has in their background this particular technology called as blockchain technology. Bitcoin is based around blockchain technology. In 2009, when Satoshi Nakamoto basically launched this, then he went absconding. He still holds a good amount of money as VTC. And if I say it's $1 lakh, imagine a guy in 2010, he paid money to buy pizza. Just to buy pizza, he paid Bitcoins. And he paid like $2-3 at that particular point of time. And coming on to today, if you have 3 Bitcoins, it's worth nearly 3 lakh plus dollars. So it could have been any other guy who would have done this, who would have not understood the technology behind the same. And this is the real story. And there are a lot of people given any weightage to them. What is the exact reason for it? So I'll tell you one thing. Me speaking this in India, this is like in India, this particular currency is taxed in 30% tax rate, is defined in a very specific section as virtual digital assets. The transactions are taxed in 30%, and there is 1% TDS if you trade in such kind of coins. Now, why is this happening? Why are the rates so high, and why is the government disliking it? Because the government has a different view over Bitcoin, and rather I would say it this way, that they have accepted the technology. That is why they are coming up with the fact of digital rupee, but they have not accepted the fact that this is so in terms of transparency, it's so much transparent that they have not accepted the same as of now. I'll be presenting this rather now. Okay. Is this visible by now? Is the screen visible?
Yes.
So one of the first applications that came up was this one. Was basically Bitcoin. And that's what led to a massive adoption of the same. And at the same time, there are smart contracts behind the same. What is smart contract basically? If I talk about cryptocurrencies, when a cryptocurrency is launched, it is launched over a smart contract. Now, who writes this smart contract? The smart contract is written by engineers. How did I enter this particular forum? Or I would rather say that what made me enter into this particular industry. So I would narrate my story that giving a consultation in 2019 around, 18-19 around, I was giving a consultation regarding taxation to one of my clients. And I told them that after my consultation, that was a tax related consultation. I told them, okay, pay me 5,000. Me being a remote location CA, I stay in Raipur. So I just said, okay, pay me 5,000. So I was expecting him to pay me 5,000 rupees. This guy, he paid me $5,000 for the consultation that I gave him regarding the taxation of how the currency should be taxed and how things will be taxed. So we have come a long way that digital currencies, like all the cryptocurrencies, were banned in India once. Even then they were traded. There were no taxation rules earlier, to the fact that we have seen the ED notices, to the fact that there are kids who are 21 years of age and who have earned, like, from millionaires, they have turned up to billionaires by either trading in the coins or either working along with these particular lines or knowing this particular technology. So that is how I came up in this particular industry, and that is how I established, that is how I worked in this particular industry. Now, what can be your areas of working? Now, anytime that a currency is launched, it is released in tokens. The way we read, when share is launched, what happens? IPO comes into picture. So anytime when a currency is launched, it's again released as an IPO. Then the basics are written over white paper. So the way we write MOA and AOA of the company, they need CAs along with the engineers to write those white papers. So one of the avenues is you can write white papers with them. Second, since it is broken up into pieces and then it is launched, not the tokens are launched in a go. Sometimes it happens there are tokens that are launched in a go. Otherwise, they are actually circulated in parts. In the first launching, there are 10,000 coins that are being launched, and eventually they have a market capitalization according to which the currency is launched. So in order to come up with the idea how the tokenization can be drafted, again, they need CAs for the same. Then there is a third field called as smart contract auditing. That is also a field, but for smart contract auditing, you need to work closely with the engineers because there are formulas to be written along with the engineers so that the currency is launched in the right manner. That is again one more aspect. The third thing is there are so many wallets around and across when you trade in the cryptocurrency market, suppose for instance, then there are so many wallets in which they trade. There are hard wallets, there are soft wallets, and there are different exchanges. A single person like me, I can have 5 different or 10 different hardware wallets, and at the same time I can park my money in 5 different exchanges. So a particular CA understanding all the cumulative fact can only give a correct report on how taxation is done. So coming on, if I tell you about my client in my area of consultation, how do I consult them for tax? So a particular client will come to me, suppose CA PJ Vicaria, sir, he's coming in. Basically, he'll not be coming that I'm a CA. He'll just say, my name is PJ and I hold this much currency in cryptos, and tell me how do you tax it and how do I save the money. The point is, the guy will never ever disclose his or her name, that who the particular person is. Would rather ask me that I have another CA who files all my returns. I hold this much cryptocurrencies and I've done all these kind of things. Now please suggest me how do you tax plan around the same and what we can do around the same. And when I'll say, okay, I'll deal with all of your books, the guy will say or no. He'll say, let him take care of the rest. You just guide me on this particular set of things. He'll just name himself PJ. He'll never disclose his identity even. And then he'll take the consultation and he'll leave around. And then again, he'll go back to his CA. So there are multiple cases where I don't even know my client's proper name. He would directly come to me. He'll take the consultation. Sometimes he'll also pay me in cryptocurrencies only, and then the guy will leave. And it's not been an instance, it has been multiple instances on the similar lines that have taken place. So this is something that I had to tell you about the same, that how things are basically working here. Now, there are two kind of words that you might hear. One is proof of work and one is proof of stakes. Now, what is staking? What is stakes? Can you explain me the word stake? Stake kya hota hai? What is the word stake? Can anybody tell me staking? What exactly is staking? The amount of stake or
Quantity.
the amount of currency that you hold. Yes, tell me.
Quantity. Stake means
Quantity, yeah. So there are two kinds of thing in the market. One is proof of work, other is proof of stakes. If I talk about proof of stakes, it is used by Ethereum. So the amount of currency that I'll hold will actually give me the position, will actually give me the consensus, and will actually make me hold that much currency. Now, there are two kinds of mining that is happening around. One is the mining of Bitcoin. The way I said, the first person will validate the transaction or solve the complex puzzle in a very high energy consumption with a very equipment extensive state. When the work is done in the fastest manner, the miner will earn a reward that will be Bitcoin. This is called as proof of work. That is one way in which validation will take place. Another way in which the validation takes place is where the validator, they stake their cryptocurrencies. When they stake the cryptocurrencies, that means the energy consumption goes less. And when the energy consumption goes less, it is called as proof of stakes. And when there is proof of stakes, so there are two kind of ways in which a cryptocurrency is mined. And one is highly a state where basically the miners are using good amount of energy, and other one is an area in which comparatively very low amount of energy is being used. So there are two ways of mining, I would rather say, or two ways or two energy alternative kind of things. So it's written that proof of stake represents fundamental shift how Bitcoin reaches consensus. Consensus is 100% of consensus is required. Instead of miners competing the computational power, in point proof of stake selects validators based on how many coins they hold or are willing to stake as collateral. So the amount of currency that you stake, that will define your computational power. So your proof of stakes becomes safer, it becomes greener, and it becomes faster. Do you get my point? In proof of stakes, you can actually pocket the money and you can lock it. You can lock your currencies there, and that is how the transaction will take place. So, the more the money is locked, more are the chances that you are able to write the next line of the transaction or fastly write the next line of transactions while you are mining that particular coin. So in mining, there are two varieties. One, now there are two currencies that are basically in the top two level. First is Bitcoin, that is mined in proof of works. And second is proof of stakes, and that is Ethereum. The guy who has created Ethereum might be currently of 30, 32 years of age, is a multi-level billionaire, I would say, and who has basically created this and has this kind of has worked over proof of stakes, and this proof of stakes is comparatively greener, it is comparatively faster, where you can stake your currencies and then define your computational powers. So in proof of work, I would rather say that somebody completing their homeworks and shouting, okay, I did it first, is the person who will get the reward. Do you get my point? It is based on electricity. In proof of stake, you rather than racing, you will just lock up some of your currencies. When you lock up, the more the currencies you lock up, the more are the chances that you will win the race. Am I clear until this particular point of time? Okay. Vitalik buterin. Okay. So Vitalik Buterin is the guy who basically has created Ethereum. Okay. Now I'll come to the next part of my presentation. So I think this is what I had to explain in the blockchain part. I'll come to the second part of today's session, and that is related to AI. So all of you have your PCs, or maybe some of you are in their mobile phones. I would like you to open your screens and open Lovable Day. We'll do the vibe coding part. What will exactly happen in vibe coding is, you know what happens? A girl came to you nearby, and I was actually thinking somebody came to me nearby. Okay, so it's like we'll be using Lovable Dave. In any of the sessions, have you used this particular kind of tool?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, so you can open Lovable Dave. I will share a particular file here in the chat window so that it becomes easy for you to do along with me. Okay, Dropbox, Google Drive, my computer. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Okay, can somebody like open this file and tell me what is in the file? I've shared a particular file with you. Anybody would just open the file and tell me how it is. Or what kind of file this is. I can directly come to the
PL.
It's a balance sheet PL. Okay. So currently we are in a phase where we see a lot of balance sheet PL in this particular season. Oh, it's an Excel file. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll do a particular training that is a hands-on. We are doing a hands-on training for the same. And suppose, for instance, you want a dashboard to be created using an Excel file. What we'll do is we'll open Lovable Dave. What we are currently doing is we are doing vibe coding. Anybody has an idea what exactly is vibe coding? Anybody across? Have you heard the word vibe coding?
No, ma'am.
Not really. Using AI to generate codes. Okay. Okay, vibe coding is basically where I'm not an engineer, but I can work as efficient as engineer if I know how to prompt rightly. Now, can somebody tell me, I'll give an open-ended thing that I want it to be very interactive. There are 37 participants. I want you to tell me what exactly is vibe coding. And I want you to tell me what exactly is prompting. What exactly is prompting? Anybody can unmute and anybody can tell.
Prompting means putting a question.
Prompting means putting a question. Okay.
Maybe asking it to do something.
Asking it to do. Okay. Asking questions to AI. Okay.
Yeah.
Giving instructions, writing codes. Okay. First, I'll show you there are ways in which you can prompt. There are different kind of ways in which you can prompt. Just a second. I'll stop this screen share. I will take you to my screen. Yeah. Okay. I'll reshare my screen. Okay. I have again shared my screen here. Okay, is this screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, I'm in my own Medium. Medium is the place where I write articles. So before we go to the vibe coding part, I'll tell you one more thing. That is prompting. By now, you might have, yesterday you might have, some days before with Chinay, you might have created a dashboard also, right? Regarding your GST. So, these are the ways in which you can prompt. What exactly is a prompt? In ChatGPT, you get a window where you can write your questions, your queries, your tasks, your doubts. So, prompting is the right way in which you can ask a question or you can ask your GPT to solve your problem. So, better the prompt, better the way in which you prompt, better your answers will be. So these are some secret codes that you should know while prompting. I'll tell you 10 secret codes. First is explain me like I'm 5. If you write ELI 5, what is blockchain? It will tell you what exactly is blockchain as if you are a 5-year-old kid. Second way of prompting is too long, didn't read. Now there are paper like 50 pages will come to you and you'll have to read it. You can just say that it's too long, I didn't read it. So I want you to explain me in most catchy lines or give me a lucid or a very compressed illustration of the same. Suppose you want to write a professional letter in a very formal tone. So you can just prompt and say jargonize AI helps accountants to save the time. You have to write a letter to the income tax department in a jargonized language, in a language that is complicated, or particularly for somebody like a lawyer to see, you can ask your GPT to like jargonize that particular language and come up with a language that saves your time, wherein you don't have to complicate your words. AI will complicate it for you. The first one is explain it like I'm a 5-year-old kid. Second is like if it is too long, you didn't read it, you want to summarize it. Third is jargonize. Next is humanize. Once we read the articles and once we compile the articles to be read, we say, okay, humanize this particular thing, write in a human form. There are times when I just say that come up with a LinkedIn post that is in a humanized language. I don't want it to be more of language that AI is using it. Rendered is a particular word, rebuttal is a particular word that AI uses a lot. So by reading lines, you can come up and read across the lines, and you can make out if it is written by a human or it is written by a AI. So while you prompt, you can say just humanize this particular line. Next is Feynman's technique, in which there is a model in ChatGPT. If I open ChatGPT 5, you will directly see that it has a deep searching mode. So rather than using that, sometimes you can directly use here. There are different models that you can select from. So here in thinking also you have standard thinking and extended thinking. In standard thinking, it will come up with the answer instantly. In thinking where the extended thinking takes place, it will take 30 minutes time and it will come up with the idea that what kind of answer you are looking for. So while using your ChatGPT, you can directly come up with the idea that, okay, using Feynman's technique, I want you to go with the deep learning. So it will take some extra time to come up with your answer. Then you want a Socrative or a very interactive way of question answers kind of thing. If you want from your ChatGPT or any of the AI like Gemini or Claude, you can use this, that teach GST in Socratic method. So it will first ask you question, then teach you based on your answers, then again you will answer, and then it will ask you the questions. So what happens is anytime that I ask a question and you ask a question, the answer may vary. Why does it happen? Because that is a LLM, that is a learning model. Also, the way you prompt might be different. That is the reason the answers are coming differently. Sometimes you want to write in a specific manner. So you can just ask your GPT or you can ask any of your LLMs to write as a specific person. Next is inverse prompting. Inverse prompting is, I'll show you one of the examples of inverse prompting. Suppose I see a very clear dashboard and I want to create a similar kind of dashboard. So by vibe coding, I'll say that, okay, do inverse prompting and write a post that I can create such a kind of dashboard. That is a kind of reverse engineering. Next is temperature control. What happens is, if my temperature is 1, then it will write in a very creative way. That means in a very simple kind of language, the answer is no. In a very creative language, it will write if the temperature is 1. If I diminish the temperature, then it will be writing in a precise manner with some output kind of things. But if I keep the temperature high, it will jargonize more. If I keep the temperature low, it will jargonize a bit lesser. I'll show you the same in Google AI Studio. Google AI Studio has this particular feature wherein you can jargonize and you can less jargonize using the temperature. So there is a temperature setting. Can you see this temperature setting? Do you see this setting of temperature? Is this visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Can you take any prompt on GST and use in GPT? Yes. I can make you create this GST GPT kind of thing, or I can make you create something like a code for GST wherein you can reconcile your books and GSTR too. So we can do that also. But yeah, can you see this temperature? So there are this temperature setting controls. Creativity. How much will be your creativity is basically set this way. Okay. Next is specific critique. You can ask for auto improvement of the responses. Suppose you did not like a particular response, so you can ask for an auto improvement kind of response. Now, first thing that I'll show you is, see, this is the financial dashboard that you're supposed to create. Do you see this dashboard? What I'll do is I'll upload the Excel file that I've given you. What is the Excel file that I've given you? This one, right? I'll just open it. Can you see this dashboard?
Yeah.
Total income, expenses, net profit, profit margin, income and expenses, top expenses, income breakdown, expenses breakdown, and the total of everything at the end is given. Is this looking good to eyes? Yes. See, what I did is I just gave a prompt, build a financial dashboard app, which will get its data from an Excel file to be uploaded to the app. This is how my Excels are going to look like. Okay, so the Excel was already added. Can you see this particular attachment here? Do you see this particular attachment here? Okay,
Yeah.
in the chat.
Yes.
Okay.
We can see the balance sheet attachment.
What you have to do is open Lovable Dave, place that particular attachment, and you can build this particular kind of dashboard along with me. And this is what I want you to do with me at the same point of time while I am here in the session. I want you to share me the link if you have done it. Just try doing it with Lovable Dave. Are you able to reach the site of Lovable Dave? Do you see this particular heart thing here?
So it is a paid one, ma'am?
No, it's not a paid one.
Yes. Yes. I am preparing.
So if you are preparing, just do it. And this is the particular site that I want you to go through. Just a second. Copy and I'll paste it here. Let's see in the fastest finger first that who is able to prepare and send it to me across. If I share publish here, it is going to give me a link like this. If I just copy this across, if I just copy this particular link address and I place it over the chat window, you will be able to open it.
I'm still spinning.
It's still spinning. That means you'll be able to see in that particular spins what it is actually doing. Now, what it's actually doing is there are three things. Like when a dashboard is created, it is basically writing something that earlier engineers used to code for months. It's doing for you in minutes. You can create such kind of financial dashboards as beautiful charts for any of your clients. Can you open my published thing in the Zoom? Are you able to open this? I'll just copy this link and I'll open a incognito window and I'll see if I'm able to open it. Okay, I'll have to publish it. And before publishing, I'm not able to share. Once I publish, okay, I have to publish it completely in order to share with you. Publish. But again, it will ask me for a few of the steps. Just a second. But is anybody of you able to complete this particular
Yes,
task?
completed. But how to publish it, I don't know.
Project not found. Just a second. How to publish it? You just have to press publish and it is published. But are you able to get to the dashboard? How many of you are able to get to the dashboard? VBot App Academy, are you able to
Yes.
the project?
Yes. Done.
Done. Okay, it's spinning. Let's wait for others to complete their spinning. Excel file, please. Okay, I'll re-provide you the same. Okay. Open. You can use any of the Excel files if you have. Okay. It's shared again. Anybody else out of 37 people who are able to do it? R.S. Prabhu sir, Prakash Tau sir, P.J. Vikheria sir, and Malapati Venugopala, J.P. Bagri, Saurav Mukherjee, Sri Rao, Roshan Lal Singhal, Amarnath, Amit Sharma, Divya. Are you able to do it? Lalit, Fakhruddin. Are you guys able to do it? Are you able to create a dashboard? Okay. I just want you to create such a kind of dashboard so that you get an idea that you can create this for anything. For any of the thought process that you can think of, you can do it. Okay, so one of it has come up. WebBot Academy. Finally, it's not spinning. It has come up with the final output. Let me check. Mine is also spinning currently. If you see my screen, mine is also. Oh, it is showing as spinning preview. Okay, works. If it is showing as spinning preview, that means you'll reach. Chalo, this is also spinning as of now. Oh, brilliant. I have this picture from DM Thakkar. Okay. That means you can do it for your clients. This is spinning preview. That means it's taking a bit of time. What is the time as of now? Let me check. Just a second. I'll complete this session by 9:30. That works for you?
Okay.
Yeah, works, man.
Yeah.
Works? Acha, anybody else who is able to do this or who is able to create such a kind of dashboard? I see there are others, Trishti Daga,
Ma'am,
Divyansh.
your session is very great. If you finish on 10, then we are also agree.
Okay. See, as long as you enjoy, I have multiple things to do. I can share multiple things. I can make you do multiple things. This is still loading. Okay. Can you just share? Anybody else who has just created this, can you just share your screen or can you give a screenshot? Okay. He has also created something. Others, are you able to just create something? What above? Brilliant. Okay, this has opened up and this is how it looks like. Brilliant. Can you see that there is a different kind of preview that is available in this particular dashboard and the dashboard that I created? Maybe the prompting is different and sometimes out of the same prompting also a different kind of dashboard comes up. Okay, Yes, it's always different. It's different because LLMs are trained in different manner.
Ma'am, can we give our required KPI parameters if you want to have?
110%. Now, trust me on this, that when I teach you something, I teach you according to my own instincts, that I'll make you do one thing. You can try other 25, 30 or thousands of things according to your own ideologies, and you can come up with a very fancy dashboard as per your own requirements.
Okay.
Okay, so this is also a financial dashboard. Okay. So you can come up with these kind of dashboards using Lovable Dave. This is also a dashboard, and I think we bought one. I was not able to open. I'll try that again. Others, are you just able to do it? Please type a yes or no so that I can go to the next level of the same. Okay.
Ma'am, where can we get the option to upload the Excel files? Example, if you open the new Chrome or something like that, new web page, where can we get this upload tab? Now, when I click the link, directly the numbers are coming. If I want to upload the new Excel file,
I'll show you that. Okay, you are facing a different problem, and that problem is this one. See, I opened this particular dashboard. This was created by, I think we bought. So there he has shared me the screen from where I have to upload the Excel file, right? So what you have to do is, I'll close the screen around. See, what I've done here is, once I've uploaded the Excel file, you have to go back to Lovable Dave to again upload the file. If I want to upload the file, I have to be there, and then only I'll put it. I think your screen is showing somewhat this way. This is where you are. If you just go back, you can either create it here, or you have it, whatever I've launched or whatever I've done here will be shown up. See, I've not launched any kind of application, but I can launch my own applications here. And here in my workspace, like below build something with Lovable, I have this. That 5 minutes ago, I was able to open this. So whatever projects that I create are there for the preview. Do you see that kind of preview in Lovable?
Let me check, ma'am.
Any other doubts that anybody is facing? How to take the printout of the same? I think with screen records, is there any kind of option for download? I'll have to check it. If not, you might be taking the screen records and then screenshots, and then might be you are able to download, or you have to, after uploading the Excel file, build in the financial dashboards, and then you can say that give me an option to download it as a PDF. Here I can write, give me an option to download my file as PDF. So once I upload my file, it will create the dashboard, and at the end, I'm trying to get an option where I can download my file. So it's upon your prompting skills, right? I think I'm very happy with the fact there are others who are coming up with the similar kind of thing that they have created over there, Lovable. Now, what all are the other applications wherein you can create it? So I'll just write the names here. You can create it via Replit. You can create it via Lovable. You can create it via Llama Coder. And you can create it via Google AI Studio. And the option there is build feature. I think I made a mistake in writing Lovable Dave. Lovable.dave. So there are many options like this wherein you can come up, and the most important one, I forgot, Claude. So these are various forums wherein you can create your own dashboards. See, this is also a kind of dashboard that has come up. Now here, I cannot see the prompt, but If I want, I can change the prompt. I can give a new kind of prompt. Meanwhile, I'll just check for you. I have one. Okay. Meanwhile, what I'll do is I'll just check if, okay, see, add PDF download button. See, what I'll do again is I'll just upload my file here. Take this here, open it here, upload the file, and see, it gives me an option to download as PDF. I'll just save it as ABC PDF. Are you able to see this? This is how my dashboard is looking after it has downloaded the same. See, now it is not coming up with the pie chart here. The pie chart that we are able to see here is something that the PDF is not creating. So the more the enhanced kind of prompt you will give, the more the enhanced kind of answers you will get. Am I clear here? Okay. Somebody else is also able to do it. I just saved it and I'll just check it around. Okay, a very similar kind of thing that came to me has also come up with JP Bagri sir. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll share my next dashboard with you. Now you have to do the reverse engineering and then you have to come up with the idea that how do you create that dashboard. Suppose you see a dashboard that you like and you want to create it. Lease agreement generator HTML, just a second. Okay, do you see this in your screen?
Yes, yes.
Are you able to open this file? Okay. I want you to open Claude, CLAUDE. I want you to open Claude and create this for me. Tell me, how would you create it? You have to do a reverse engineering thing here. Tell me what kind of prompt you would write and how would you create a prompt by reverse engineering? Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me with the same? Take a screenshot and put in the prompt. Okay, do it and give me the prompt. What kind of prompt would be written? Anybody else can share the same. Okay, I'll do it for you with you. Okay, this is loading and this was created. Okay. Meanwhile, let's do it here. I'll add a picture here of lease agreement HTML open. I'll take the instant model of thinking. Okay. Open. Can you write me a prompt to create such kind of template over Claude that should generate my lease agreement clearly. So this is reverse engineering, wherein now you can create any kind of application that you see. You can create it by just writing it in this way. Okay, now see, it is also giving me ideas. I can go to Claude, Replit, Cursor, or anywhere. I just have to copy this particular code. I'll just open my Claude. Are you able to open your Claude? I'll just give this and it will be generating. Are you able to see it's working in my right hand side? And it is actually creating something or the other. Upload a draft agreement with a prompt to generate form base. Yes. You can write everything or you can directly give a prompt also. I'll also share the prompt that I generated for the same leave and lease agreement. Are you able to open this particular file? See, this is the agreement that is generated. This is the kind of agreement that is generated. This is the output of the same. So I'll share another file wherein I can give you the right prompt. Okay, somebody has shared it via Grok. This may take few seconds. I'll verify that I'm a human. Okay. So it has also given a kind of executable program wherein it uses Python. So I am not wanting to write it with Python. I am rather wanting it to use JavaScript, so something easier for me, so that I can give it here. So it is Claude here and I'll see the performance. Meanwhile, I'll just ask WebBotna, the one who has shared the prompt, are you able to run the prompt? VBot App Academy, are you able to run this prompt? Or take the code and do it? What I'll do is I'll share the prompt here. Lease. Okay, I've shared another file. That happened because of custom instruction I gave that act as a Python expert. Okay, so the point is I'll not take you to the Python level of teaching as of now. But if you are able to, that is also great. I can also do it via Python. Now, every time it will give me a different kind of dashboard. So it's giving me a different kind of dashboard, wherein if I write the name, date of agreement, suppose for instance, I write here, I take any date of agreement as 13th October 2025. Effective date, I want it to be like 15th October. Licenser's name, I'll write just my name. My address, I'll just share Raipur here. Authorized signatory, I'll just write CA. Licensee's name, maybe I'll write Pankaj. Address, maybe I'll just write Mumbai. I'll write authorized signatory as PJ. PAN number, I'll just write AJPJJ. Okay. AJPJJ W. Okay, I just had to place it. And then premises address, maybe I'll write Bhopal. Monthly license fee, I'll just write 1 lakh rupees agreement. Security deposit, maybe I'll just write 9999. Okay. And I'll see if it generates my agreement. What I'll do is I'll just press on generate agreement. So the point is here when I'm pressing generate agreement, it is not coming up with the generation. This is paused because Claude has reached maximum length for message. Okay. So my Claude is not able to generate the agreement. Any other person whose Claude is able to generate the agreement with the prompt? Anybody else? Acha, Grok is working the best. So it depends on your usage and how you're using it. I'll just open earlier I created. Maybe my number of prompts in Claude is exhausted. So I'll just open this. The prompt that I've given you via same, I have created this. And this is the open legal agreement generator. And I've just placed license fee. I'll place it here. Information, address. I'll place here. Authorized signatory, name, address. I'm just showing you for an example. I hope you are also trying it. Okay. And then I press generate agreement. Please fill out this field. Okay. Can you see this agreement on screen, that it is able to write the agreement? Leave and license agreement is entered into which date, between whom and whom, between Rhidhi, Jain and Pankaj. And it writes in professional manner, whereas ABC, effective date, excess, acknowledgement, terms of use, license fees, nature, liability, confidentiality. Again, a very technical language and a legal language, force majeure, that what if delay of performance takes place, governing laws, entire agreement, and then the signatures, and then you can directly download this and get it printed. Are you able to do it? Please type in the chat window. We got App Academy. I would rather suggest it this way. There are different AIs that we can use for different things. And I don't know how much a particular AI can hallucinate in AI, as in your tool can hallucinate in a particular prompt that you're giving, but your answers may vary in different applications. Are you able to try this over Claude, and are you able to try this over Lovable or any other kind of application? Here, the only problem that I have is I'm not able to generate it because it has exhausted. My limit of using Claude has exhausted. I believe we can extend the same for real estate agreement, LLP agreements, and other based on the requirement. Yes, you can have your NDA agreement, you can have your initial engagement, audit engagement letter, and there are multiple things that you can think of and that you can draft accordingly here in the application, and you can also publish it with your audience. Just a second. So it is totally dependent on your area of using that particular tool, of how you want to use it. Am I clear? If the limit is exhausted, we have to purchase. The answer is yes. The point is that for different applications, there are different limits. So Claude gives you a lesser limit, but Claude gives you a very fancy kind of application creation. And I think I can show you in this chart history. I'm able to create a lot of things. Yes, you can purchase it. Plus, there are multiple options. Like I use ChatGPT 5, the paid version. There are people who are using Gemini in the paid version. I also use Grok in the paid version. So different people can use different things in paid version. So it totally depends on you. Now, 3 months back, I just designed a website for a London-based agency. So I can also design a website. See, I'll show you my prompt here. The prompt is, I'm a travel agent. I want to make itinerary of a different country, prepare my website. So it has itself given the name, discover the world, explore the destinations. I can explore different destinations. What are the popular destinations? At what prices I can book, where all I can book. And then at the end, I have to give my name and destination and budget and get my custom itinerary. And without even me writing anything, it has given me an idea of when it has created, and I can initialize my numbers here. So it's your thought process on what all things you want to create. So there are different things that you can create here. Suppose I want to create my own website, show cause notice, GST filing, calendar, client communication. So I just wanted to create something like a GST calendar. Can you create a calendar for mailing my client as per Indian GST rates? So, and can you link the same with my WhatsApp? So there are different features that I can try around and across here. Are you able to do it? In the chat windows, I want you to answer. Are you able to do it? Okay, residential lease agreement. Great enough. You can also assign your name or place that this was created by so and so person if you want to make it so. It's a general template. Okay. Anybody else who is able to share or wants to share the screen, or you have created a NDA agreement or engagement letter for audit, or any other idea that you can give me in the chat windows as the use case of which all documents would you like to draft here? Are you guys there with me? I am basically talking to 34 people around and across. Can you give me more ideas?
Ma'am, today I have made MOU agreement for the particular client for sharing the kitchen sharing agreement for a commercial kitchen sharing from the cloud.
Oh, brilliant. Great. So you want to share it over the screen? Is it, or is it confidential?
Yeah, it's a very not security concern, so I just want to say that.
Okay. Great enough. Thank you so much, Prakash sir. Anybody else? Share purchase agreement. You can come across with multiple agreements, multiple kind of. There can be drafting of wills this way, and a lot of new avenues open this way once you start drafting around and across with different kinds of tools here. So one more thing that I can share with you is. Here in Google AI Studio, can you open Google AI Studio? Go to the build feature. See if you can see the apps created over there. Are you able to open AI Studio? I'll just say to again, I'm giving the same prompt. For my users, I will later download the file for my office use. Make sure it has graphs, latest trend diagrams, etc. I'll just run the control. Do you see my screen? Okay. Okay, so he has created something else, and that is okay. You are able to open it. So it is basically creating a dashboard. Now there are different, now somebody asked me that what if Claude is exhausted? You can go to a different app creation. You can do it in Lovable, you can do it in Llama Coder. And regarding your own office use, you can create that particular application that is used for your office. And here also I should have added that particular file. Let me see if I'm able to add that particular file. If not, I'll give one more prompt. Now, the best part with Gemini or Google things that we are using is Google has multiple free trials. It gives you a lot of free trials and it's not paid yet. The Gemini feature is not yet paid. So yeah, it can be done. Okay, with Perplexity, you have tried Nilishi and yes, full name, address. Yes, it depends on which AI you are trying. You can try it with different AIs, and now it depends on you how good it is functioning. I'll just again place the similar file that I gave you. And this is just again a dry run of things that I'm doing. It is analyzing my document. And the way we like different coffees and different flavor and different tastes and everything, every AI will generate a different kind of answer. Now it depends on what is your requirement and how do you want to show it to your client. So here in the application is not able to pull out the clear data. So what I'll do here is what I'll first attach the file. Now upload a PDF file. So I'll upload this file. Open. I think the file is not uploaded. Upload the file. Okay. Open. Okay, this kind of file type is not supported. So the app itself is not taking such kind of file. So I can change the file and then I can place it here. And at the same time, I can get my application created here. I'm pulling back to start. Okay, I'm just leaving this page. And from this build feature of dashboard, you can create multiple things. Investors pain point and share agreement. No. So I think you can pull out different kind of application with the build application also here. So you have uploaded a Excel, yes. In a PDF file, that's why, but I can upload a different file also. Just as again, in the build feature, what I'll do here is I'll upload my file in a image, I'll upload a text file. Let's see. Okay. Open. The file type is not supported. I think it's not even supported in the image upload. I can do the image upload here that I'm not wanting to do of that particular document. I can just take some screenshots and I can share. Okay, I'll do that. Just a second. Okay, I'll share this. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just share this particular sheet in screenshot format. Print screen. I'll share this picture along the lines there so that we can see the result in Gemini. Okay. So I'll just paste it. Create a dashboard if such kind of financial information is shared with you. It should have pie chart, graphs, select KPI that can be taken and selected as important for me as a CA and for my client. Okay, I'll just run it around and I'll just see it. We can take printout in PDF. Yes, we can take printout in PDF. I could have converted the file by I love PDF or PDF 24 to a different file from XLS and then shifted it here. But I just took it from a screenshot because I just want to see the results of what kind of results AI Studio is giving me with a similar kind of prompt. And yeah, it can be done this way. I'll just see the preview part. See, it's doing the coding part at one point of time. we are just looking at the fact that how the answer comes up. Meanwhile, if anybody has any kind of questions, you can ask me any kind of question here. This thing that we are currently doing is called as vibe coding. And this is how vibe coding works. And I'll come to the preview part. It's still writing the codes and it's coming up with different kind of headers. Oh, fail to save the app. Okay, not an issue. So if I compare it with the lovable dev thing here, this one, not the legal document generator. First, okay, let me just complete this. How does this look like? Total revenue, expenses, net profit, profit margin. It has covered more range of expenses here, total top 5 expenses, expense categorization, more or less kind of same. It has not totaled the same amount, but if I ask, it would even do the same. So yes, this is how it looks like. And I think that is what I wanted to share with you guys, that you can try with different screens. I can again put a download button here, upload button here, and upload a file in a particular format here. So now it depends on how you want to use it in your office. And with that, I think more or less when it comes to the presentation part, my presentation part to you goes over. But at the same time, I have one thing to share around with you, and that is that one thing goes here. I'll just share one more thing with you in the chat window, and that is my link tree. And here it goes. Okay. So for everyone here, this is my professional profiles and even my social media account that I have to share here with you guys. And thank you for being a wonderful audience. The time now is 9:46. I hope I did justice to the time that I've taken with you guys here in the session. And thank you so much for the same. And I give it over to VBot Academy. VBot App Academy, the guy who introduced me. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Anyone having any doubts?
Ma'am, I have one doubt, ma'am. As you are sharing as many prompts on lovable.ai. Okay, ma'am, I don't find any prompts regarding apologize. If I want to say anyone to apologize, I don't find any prompts on there, ma'am. Can you show any prompts?
What kind of prompts are you looking for? Like, what do you want me to share? Um, Can the moderator just explain me what he said? Like,
I also did not get it. Apologize. Apologize. I heard the word apologize.
Sir, I want to say and I want to sorry. Okay. So apologize. Any prompt on apologize, sir?
You can draft that prompt yourself. I mean, there will be no dashboard or something like that. That's a very simple request, like a simple mail to apologize, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can draft that very easy, I think. There is no dashboard kind of thing for this. You can write a
Okay.
mail in ChatGPT itself, giving what you want.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. I think that was the query. I don't know. I also failed to understand. Anyways,
yeah,
any other query?
anybody else has a query, or maybe if you are able to explain more nicely, the guy who asked us the query now, can you be more clear in asking what was the problem, or anybody has a query or wants to say something?
No, I think that doubt is answered. Anyone else having any query? The first part we did was basics of blockchain, very clearly explained each and everything, like the different types of contract and difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum. What was the major difference, and many other things, smart contracts, everything, and especially the basics part. So in that, I think all the doubts were cleared only. And second part, we are using vibe coding to do the dashboard thing from directly profit and loss account. So you can create such dashboards and share with your client.
I don't think I have any kind of material. The material that I shared here on the screen, I'll just share it here also. The presentation that I had, I created it over Gamma. The presentation was created over Gamma, so nothing special that I can specifically share that was there as a presentation or anything or any ready to read materials. These kind of materials are mostly available here and there online on different forums regarding the same. So I don't think I would rather even suggest that come and read this particular material or that particular material for the same. So yeah.
Okay, so I don't think anyone has any more queries regarding material. Ma'am has told that these are all like general materials and we can generate, and PPT was already generated through Gamma, so there is nothing as such. Yes. So anyone else before we wind up? I don't think, ma'am, there is any other query.
Okay.
So thank you, ma'am. Already you can see the chats towards the end. There are beautiful lines written, and that itself defines the beautiful session that we had today. Really, and some of them are really extremely good lines. One of them I will read. Thank you very much, madam. With a background in CA, you have brought remarkable technical skills that are truly impressive. So thank you, ma'am. It was undoubtedly a very clear, patient session where so many basic doubts were cleared. Even the basic doubts you heard with so much clarity and gave us the answers. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, and a little bit feedback in the group also, so that people are more encouraged to join live sessions. Recordings are.
Yeah, one small question.
Yes.
How can we increase our knowledge? Because you are being a chartered accountant. I am also chartered accountant. But yes, how to enhance the knowledge? Is it by going through various videos, or how it is to be done, or by practice only it can happen?
See, I would rather say that, sir, me at this point of time, I can say I also learn a lot of things online, offline with the AI course that Institute has launched. That is also good. And being active on Twitter has always helped me in terms of how do I learn new things. So not only videos, because anything that comes up as a new news or something is launched here and there in ChatGPT, WhatsApp, Gemini, or wherever in the social media, I think it comes up to the Twitter first. So that is one of my major areas from where I learn. Rather, I would rather request you guys to bless me that I keep on learning, improving every day. Yeah.
Sure. All the best. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sabir.
Okay, so thank you everyone
Okay.
on
More than a
Sunday.
pleasure, sir, PJ sir.
Yes. And also we will share, Miss Ma'am has shared this social media link. So those who want to connect further, they can connect with Ma'am. Ma'am is sharing beautiful post, and I have been following that from a long time, especially on
Yeah.
LinkedIn. Twitter, though I don't do that much, but on LinkedIn, really new things. Ma'am is posting regularly.
Yeah, I keep posting on Twitter. I keep posting on LinkedIn also. It's totally
Yes,
up to
yes.
you, wherever you follow.
So you can follow there, and if you have any specific doubt, then definitely ma'am is going to answer that in via social media when you connect. Other what about learning, sir? We have the tool. Matlab we can start general and then move to a specific topic. The more specific we become, I think our knowledge skill will be polished because there are hundreds of things to learn. What I personally felt that now there is a good issue, there is a good thing that we can learn anything. A bad thing is that unnecessary things also we are learning which we cannot avoid.
Correct.
like uh,
Right.
like we the more specific we go, it is better for us. Otherwise there is no end. You can learn this also, that also, that also, that also, it is endless. So we have to devote our time accordingly. That's my
Right.
personal opinion anyways. So, anyways, we'll wind up. Thank you so much, ma'am. 9:39, and then it's nine already 10, I think. But
Yeah. Thank
seriously,
you. Thank
we did
you.
not realize. I thought just 9:30. Just now I came to know it's already 10.
Okay. So it's wonderful audience that have joined me that I am here up till this particular. Even I was like, it's up to the audience until what time I'll carry. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
a very
Thank
patient
you.
listener. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
last my request, please also give some feedback in the group so that we can also share with the speaker. Because in the chats it's there, but it stays here only. In the group, we can
Yeah,
at least put some
I'll
screenshots.
do post on LinkedIn. Do share your feedbacks there too. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank
Stay
you
connected.
everyone for
Bye bye.
joining
Good
on
night.
Sunday. Good night.
Yeah.
And recordings will be uploaded very soon. Don't worry about that.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. Good night, everyone.